Chris. Actually, I spoke briefly with him. I would imagine I was going to be Josh's brother-in-law. I started dating his sister a few years back. So there's just a few things I wanted to run by that I know Josh would have wanted. I wanted to start with just his favorite Bible verse. I'm going to go through this and read this for you guys. I'm sure it's one you know, but it is just something I know he would want to have been spoken at his funeral. Okay. So Ecclesiastes 3:2, I believe is where it starts. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. And like I said, I've known Josh for about 10 years. Some of you may have known him longer, knowing Jim for years back and all that. But from the time I met him, we immediately became friends really quick. We had a lot of similar interests. And he's always just been a really, really good, charitable person the entire time I've known him, regardless of his circumstances. He was never afraid to step up to whatever duty he may have at the time, be it brother, uncle, son. He was a caregiver to his mother for the past few years and made lots of sacrifices to do that, personal sacrifices. And like I said, when Josh and I became friends, he also motivated me to just get out and do things. I worked all the time, and we had a shared interest in movies and that sort of thing. So we started going to conventions, and that became kind of a yearly tradition, which I plan on carrying on with my daughter, his niece Haley. But just to kind of give you an idea about just how charitable Josh was, it's kind of one of the things that always brings to mind is there's a difference between the way the Bible talks about loving people and that, and then it goes deeper than that to actually be charitable. It's the verse that always comes to mind is though I can understand all mysteries and knowledge and have all faith that could remove mountains, but if you have not charity, you're nothing. And bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, it profit me nothing if I have not charity. Charity suffers long, is kind, envieth not, it's not puffed up, it's not behave itself unseemly. That really describes the way he felt. I know sometimes we would be going to these conventions and stuff, and they're not cheap, so what we would do is we'd spend all year trying to gather together money and really plan for it, down to the penny, And one time we were at this gas station, it was those big truck stop places up in Charlotte, in QT station, and there was a father and a son there, sitting on the side of the store, with a sign, lost their job, that sort of thing, and just dozens of people walking right by them, and I know Josh, I kept seeing him kind of look over, and I walked right by him too, but he took I think 10 or 20 bucks out and gave it to him, and without even thinking about it, and I've seen him do that sort of thing on numerous occasions. So I just wanted to really illustrate that and remind people, that may know him of what he was all about. And the main takeaway is, in case you don't know, Josh died very young, 42, I believe, which is just a few years older than me. And so that's one of probably the greatest gifts God's given us is time, but what do we do with it? We probably use it of everything the worst, Lots of times when, your family, your friends want to do something or need help with something, you say, oh, I don't have time. But really, it's just because you don't feel like it, for the most part. And so I think this should really be a reminder for all of us just to kind of step back and look at the way we treat each other and just really take advantage of the time that God's given us to enjoy our family and friends and to be there for them because, if you really want to think about it philosophically, time, the present time meets with eternity. because these memories are locked in forever for us. And, that's why I'm not too worried about Josh, because I know Josh's heart. I know that he was a Christian. I know Josh is in heaven right now, and there's nothing more for us to do for him. Besides, like I said, just try to use his example and try to use the time we have as best we can for our family and friends, and to be there for each other. So I would just like to close with just a quick another Bible verse from Revelation, which I'm sure you're probably familiar with too. But and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Amen. Yes.
Thank you.